Hey, yo, it's me, Pops Van Marmalade, and you're watching the Comics-Related Madness Network. Huh? So come get some. CromCon. CromCon.
Fairview's coffee has mysteriously gone missing. Mayhem ensues when strange, coffee-craving zombies plague the city. Detective Mickey Potatoes, an overworked public servant, uncovers why ordinary citizens are losing their minds and how to stop the coffee apocalypse. But it involves the mafia. And when you're dealing with mafia crime families, nothing is ever easy. The mafia controls everything in the city, including the police, including him. If he breaks the mafia, they will break him. So, the city is without coffee. The city is burning before his very eyes, but he's powerless. Detective Potatoes has the power to stop the coffee apocalypse, but if he does, he could lose everything.
is Path of the Pale Rider anyway? Is it a comic book? No, that's not it. Is it this? What the heck is Path of the Pale Rider, man? There's no way this is right. How about this? I have no idea.
We're gonna rob a bank.
Oh, it's this.
The Madness Comic Network and Comic Related Madness proudly presents Madness Tuesday Morning Brew. Tune in to our content on Comic Talk with Pops Van Zant on YouTube.
Well, good morning, everybody. It is me, your hostess, Laurie Calcaterra. I am back live with you in Texas, where all the hailstorms are. And when I'm talking hail, I'm not talking like little hail. I'm talking like Texas hail, like baseball size, tennis ball size. What's up with that? There's been some crazy videos going around, and oh my God, I really hope that we haven't gotten that yet, but it's like right in our area. So fingers crossed that, like, the roof doesn't need to be, redone in a few days. I'm dead. Yes, I am dead. I am dead. See this? This means I am dead. But there's some really cool stuff that's going on with Path of the Pale Rider. While I was in Michigan for 10 days. My brother got married on June the 4th. I had the pleasure of standing up in his wedding. Hello, Facebook user. I don't know who you are. Thanks for passing in to say hi. And then on the following Sunday, my mom retired after 33 years of being the music minister at Our Lady of Sorrows Catholic Church. So huge parties, lots of family. I used all my Kleenexes. I cried just about every day. Every day I'm crying. Saw lots of friends. If I didn't get to see you while I was in Michigan, I'm sorry. I make sure I will see you. Oh, it's Dean Franco. What's up, my man? Dean Franco is one of the most dangerous people I know. He also practices Kali's Illustrissimo like myself. Guru Dean, it's a pleasure to see you in the chat this morning. I did get to train while I was in Michigan too. My good friend Taki drove all the way out to my parents' house, and we did some Illustrissimo while I was there, and that was great. It was a blast. It was always fun to see Taki Kabir, who was the other person in my short film Catfishing. Amazing martial artist. He's been on a really great journey, and he's someone also to watch. He does some really good work. Back to Path of the Pale Rider. So again, we're gone for 10 days and things are showing up at my house that I've been ordering. So I don't know if you all saw the poker cards, but they are in, and the fabulous back to them that was drawn by my friend David Rodriguez. He's also done variant artwork. He did all the interiors of the Choose Your Own Adventure book. Fabulous artist. Fabulous. And then, of course, Marco DeFillo's Jude St. Clara's The King of Hearts. So as you remember, there will be more of these coming. The next time we Kickstarter, every 50 backers we get, we will release a new poker card until we build the entire deck. But I knew that it's going to be a while, so I put them all in card protectors. So while we're waiting to build the whole deck, everything will be protected. And at that point, we will also design a box, a really cool box, and then we'll everybody can get that as well. So those showed up. Path of the Pale Rider Skull Arena prints showed up. I don't know if you saw these. These are the Angelo Aquino. Beautiful art. The t-shirts are not in yet. The t-shirts and the Funkos are the two that take the most time, of course. But these all came in. Everybody gets a 4x6. So amazing, amazing. I'm excited. And it's like everything's kind of getting ready to be done. We're about halfway done with the comic. Marco DeFillo went to Dallas Fan Expo over the weekend and kicked some butt and made some names and met new people. And I wish I could have been there. It looked like it was a blast, but he did great. He sold a ton of our books. Good morning, Doc. Good morning, Doc, who also has his show. I'm not sure what day you're on. Are you on Wednesday now? You'll have to tell us. He keeps changing his day. I don't know. I can't keep you track because I gotta check my calendar.
1 o'clock.
He's on Wednesday now. He's on Wednesday now. So Dallas Fan Expo happened, and now it's like, now that everybody's back from vacation, I'm back. Marco's done with Fan Expo. Marta is like, now we're all like, now is the time. So we're gonna like all put our heads together. We're gonna finish this comic book. We're gonna get it to my editor Rachel, and everything will be beautiful. So yes, Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This way is Doc's show. And one more thing before I bring on our new guest. I'm excited. I got some mail. I always love getting mail, and I always love getting this book. You all recognize this packaging, right? You know what book comes in this color? Because if you don't, you need to get some more books. So I got Worthy Chaos Redemption. Here's my physical copy. I'm still. Sorry, all my goodies just flew everywhere because that's what kind of a train wreck I am this morning. So I got the Anubis cover. This is Ken Hunt and CC Stevens, I believe. And I got a bookmark, and the other thing just flew under. Stickers. I got some awesome stickers. Everybody loves Anubis. Cool. I got all the things. So I'm really excited to add this to my collection. Number 4. Number 5 is already going to be launching freaking next week. Carissa will be here launching the next one because she doesn't sleep. She just makes comics. That's how she survives. So let's on that note, let's bring in our guest. Our gentleman today has a comic coming out. I'm very excited about it. The art is amazing. The story is really intriguing. And I'm really excited to talk to this man. His name is Randy Nunley. And here he is. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
And it looks like Doc is going to have Avalon on too. So next week. Tomorrow, Avalon with Brandon Starochi. So you can go see Brandon and harass him. Moving on. So let's see. Get rid of that. No, really, I'm going to push all the buttons until it goes away. There it goes. So Randy, how are you this morning? Did you bring some coffee?
No, I didn't, but I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I need some coffee. Yesterday, while we were flying back from Michigan, our flight got delayed 7 times. Wow. Something ridiculous. It was a long day yesterday. So I'm glad to be back. Where are you from?
I'm in Wichita, Kansas.
You're in Kansas?
Uh-huh.
That's cool. That's not too far. We're like, I'm in Prosper, which is like we're an hour south of Oklahoma. So it's actually not too bad. We're in North Texas. So it's a hop, skip, and a jump away. You have cons that you've been going to recently?
We have a couple of small cons. I haven't been in a while. So, I'm trying to get into, Kansas City Planet Comic Con next year.
Oh, cool.
I think that's in March.
Is that a good one to go to?
It's pretty good.
I got to make a list.
There's kind of a dearth of good cons around here.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like you want it to be good and you want celebrities to be there, but you don't want too many celebrities to be there because then people spend all their money going to see the celebrities and they see you and you're like, your comic is really cool, but I don't have any money left. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, spend a lot of money to be here. Please buy books.
Yeah. You just come back on Sunday when everything's like on clearance.
Right. Right. We don't want to take this home. Please buy it.
Yeah, I don't want to pack it all up.
So how did you get into comics? I want to hear your origin story.
My grandma and my dad were also artists, and I started drawing real early. And I had a great uncle Brad Beeson. He actually used to run a lot of the cons here in Wichita. And
really?
Yeah, and this guy just knew everybody. And my dad started doing artwork and selling it at the art auctions at some of the local cons. And so, I was a really young guy then, but that kind of got me in there. And I found my very first Wolverine comic,
Cool.
at one of those cons. And I've just been drawing that kind of stuff pretty much ever since.
So that's like who's your big influences for like your style and your art?
I mean, I'm a 90s kid, so I think
Yeah.
like most of us, it's like Jim Lee was like, he hit the scene just huge, at the time that I was really getting into stuff.
Mm-hmm. Were you watching X-Men on the Saturday morning cartoons?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. At one point I could play the theme song on a keyboard, it's ridiculous.
We should it's ingrained in all of our brains. So if anybody was, around our age, then it's like it's right there. It's right there. It's like right at the tip of the tongue. It'll come right out. So that's awesome. So when did you start drawing and getting involved that way? Like into comics?
I think the very first like art commission work that was published that I ever did was for some RPG gaming companies, and that was way back in probably 2006, 2005.
Yeah. Okay.
And,
wow. So far,
it was a long time ago. I mean, I don't want to sound like I've just been doing this for like 20 years nonstop or anything, because there's a huge break in there where I stopped and raised kids.
Right. And I think that happens more common than people are aware of. Like when you're in comics, there's times where we're productive and then times where we're go. And then there's times where like things come to a halt. And me personally, I had to take a stop and think about if I wanted to continue, and ultimately decided I was too stubborn to quit. So went a different route and picked up where I left off and keep going. But that happens a lot. I mean, when we sit down and we start talking about our comic book journey, you find it's very common. So,
yeah. And kids, they take up a lot of time, and comics is so much work. It's really hard to do both.
Yes. And I give 100% respect to people that have a full-time job and are trying to do their own comic. And I know a lot. Yeah. Right. And a lot of creators that are like, I'm the writer, I'm the penciler, I'm the inker, I do all my own colors, and I letter too. And I'm like, when do you eat? When do you sleep? Because I couldn't do all of that. Well, I can't do any of that artistically anyway. So I have to, in order for my comic book to be worth anything, it's like, I'm going to pay someone to do this. Like, people don't want to read a comic book with cowboy stick figures.
Well, I definitely can't afford to pay somebody to do it. So I kind of have to do it myself.
Right. Well, thank goodness for crowdfunding,
right?
Because that's how I'm able to do what I do. And like when it comes to big publishers, and I mean, like we pitch and we do stuff, but again, those big guys won't even read our scripts most of the time. But it's like with Kickstarter and Indiegogo and Fund My Comic and Zoop, and there's just so many options now for people to put the story out there and let the readers help support your project. And I think that we are very lucky to be around in this era where it's like, I don't have to have a publisher. I can take my story directly to the people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. When you scroll through Kickstarter, it's astonishing, like how many successfully funded projects are out there.
Yeah, it's pretty high. And I think the numbers, like, I forget, and quote, tell me if I'm wrong, people in the chat, where it's like, if you get to 80% funded, it's something like the percentage of you at being successful is really high because people want their books, right? So once it's at 80%, everybody's like, no, we can't fail. So it's like, everybody just starts coming out, to help you succeed. So I think 80% is the number. Good morning to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming out. I'm so excited to share this project with you. But we're going to talk with Randy for a little bit so you guys know where he comes from and what he's about, and then I'll start showing you the cool stuff. So stay tuned. Don't leave. So drawing comics and having a full-time job. Do you have family, kids?
Yeah, I have a wife and I got two sons. They're 18 and 20 now, so that helps a whole lot.
18 and 20. Wow, they are straight up adults. Did you have kids when you were 12?
No, well, they're stepsons.
Oh, okay. I was like, because I'm a 90s kid too, you know what I mean? Like I was born in the 80s, but like I grew up watching stuff from that. And my kids are not 18 and 20. And
wow. I'm 44 though, so
okay. I'm 42.
So.
Yeah, my kids are 9 and 6.
Wow, you got a ways to go yet.
Yeah. They are young. They are young.
So
they
close.
made an appearance on the Watermelon Smash. If anybody wants to see my kids run through the video, you can go see. We sliced and diced a watermelon, and they were very excited to be a part of that. So that was fun. So okay, so how do you manage all of the things? Caffeine.
A lot of caffeine. There's no sleep anymore. Because I do. I did hire an amazing colorist for this, and that helped quite a lot. But like all of the art and the lettering and the layouts and all that stuff, all the graphics for the Kickstarter page, I'm doing all of that.
Okay, so that was my next question: is who is your team and what hats do you wear? So there's yourself, there's Dean, right? And Dean is the writer.
Dean is the writer, and I kind of blocked out a story that I wanted to do, and I found out pretty quickly that like I cannot write this myself, or it'll be just awful. And so Dean is somebody that I'd worked with before. I'd done some stuff on him on his Jake Sunrise project, and he's real easy to talk to and great to get along with. So he kind of took over the writing process and moved into kind of a co-creator role, because now much of what happens in the next 2 issues are going to be like all his input.
That's cool. Well, I mean that's why we're here. We writers, me, myself, and I, and my writer people that I know. But it's like we love the stories, we love the ideas that artists and other people create, and it's like, but look what else you can do. And I put all, like I create so that's what we're here for. It's like, your idea is awesome. Let me help bring it, to the next level. So that's awesome that you have Dean doing that. So there's you and Dean. You do pencils, inks. What else?
I do pencils, the inks, the lettering. I did some of the flatting, but we did have Hafid Arty. Hired him. He did a great job doing most of the flats for us.
Okay.
And, but yeah, that's what you find out is like you're not going to do all this stuff yourself and function as a human being in the rest of your life. You can't do it all. You gotta have people with you.
Right. It's so important to find the right people for the team too. And that's something that happens, I think, very commonly in comics as well, where it's like, hey, I think we're not a good fit. Okay, let's find someone else. But once you find your team, like once I found Marco DeFillo, and him and I are on the same page about like how the comic works, how our comedy works, what the art should look like, what the people look like, and like even our our mentality of how the comic is created. Like, let's meet weekly, let's make sure we keep in contact, let's talk through the things. Once you find that person, it's so important to hang on to him for as long as possible. But again, the only thing that is constant in this life is change. So eventually, we'll have to do something different. Hopefully Marco you get found by somebody that will pay him lots and tons of, money to draw comics. And he would love to draw Batman, but, and I wish him all the success in the world.
Who wouldn't want to draw Batman?
What?
Who wouldn't want to draw Batman?
Exactly. Who doesn't want to draw Batman, right? Be yourself. But if you can't be yourself, be Batman, right? But, it's like, I was like, if you go to DC, can you still do my project too? Like,
right. Yeah.
I was like, because I would really like to keep going, but you never know. It's like, but that's the future, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So there's you, there's Dean, and then you have a colorist and a flatter. And flatters are very important. I do some flatting work on the side for people, and I really think that they're like kind of the unsung heroes because they make the project go so much faster.
It's so much work.
Yeah,
it's so tedious, and those guys they're so criminally underpaid.
Yeah, this is true. I usually flat in exchange for work. I'm like, hey, if I flat like 15 pages, will you do stuff for me? I was like, because I got time, I can, but that's only when I have the time. Like I have no time right now. So it's like, sorry, I can't do any flatting work.
Oh man, when I started looking for somebody to flat, people were coming at me with like, I'll do it for like $8 a page. And I'm like,
wow.
what? Yeah. And where do you live that's an okay wage? Because someone moved there.
Wow. Were they international?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, because there's no way $8. I mean, how many pages do you get? I mean, just to go to McDonald's, it's like,
yeah.
I got to flat how many pages so I can eat today.
Yeah. Hafid's price was so low that I wound up doubling it just out of pure guilt.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, I don't feel good about this. Here's double.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And even that was not a lot.
Right. So, okay. So you have your team, but yet you're still doing like the Kickstarter graphics. It looks like you're doing all the marketing. Did you build what else do? You do the web page, you do the
web page. I did the 3D sculpt for the mini. That's going to be part of the Kickstarter.
You sculpt too?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, that's great.
Yeah.
Dear Jim O'Reilly. Ooh, let's see. Wait. Put him up again. Put him up.
Can you see?
Oh, nice. You sculpted those, or those are resin printed, or what are?
They're resin printed. I sculpt them in a 3D modeling program called Blender.
Oh, okay.
It's free, by the way.
I need to do that because I have a 3D printer. I just found that there's I don't have a resin printer. It does filament, but there is wood-based filament.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, but
I want to make a chess set.
I think it's basically like wood glue, probably.
Pretty much. But they're stainable and it comes in different colors. I was like, I wonder if I could figure out how to make a Cowboys versus Zombies Path of the Pale Rider chess set, because that would be awesome.
That would be very cool.
So I'm gonna figure that out. But I was looking on like My Mini Factory and some other places, and like Cowboys are not really popular right now. So it's like I'm gonna have to make my own. So Blender, I need to go figure out Blender for sure. But there's a lot of cool stuff you can do there.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff you can find online too, like 3D models that you can download and print, and they're like free, like open license stuff.
Yeah, okay. I think maybe I just need to look a little more. But I did find a model that I really liked, but I'm not going to say what it is because people will find out next campaign. I was like, oh yes, I want this, and I'm going to print like 7,000 of them. I'm not really, but it'll be fun. So I think I'm just getting into that, and there's a lot of things that I could explore, and that would be fun. But let's talk about your comic. I'm going to throw up the Kickstarter page just for a second, just so that people can see the name. So it's Cosmo Natalia, yes?
Yep, that's right. So,
and,
no, you go ahead.
Look at this art, people. So tell us about the comic.
So the comic with the character Natalia Baronova is she's a Ukrainian-born Soviet-era cosmonaut who gets launched on a secret mission to recently discovered like Planet X, and this mission it's very long, and she's in cryo for what's supposed to be like 28 years, right? She's supposed to wake up in 1994.
Yeah.
But what happens is the Soviet Union has collapsed in 1991. And there's nobody there to send a signal to wake her up. So she just orbits the planet, in cryo, until a rival American spacecraft shows up decades later. And she wakes up. She has no idea what's happened back on Earth. She thinks it's still, 1994 or whatever. And so her character's got a lot of interesting places to go.
Yeah. But she's at Planet X?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and in what year did the Americans wake her up?
In 2024.
Gotcha.
So she's already been there 20 years, 30 years past due.
God. Does she, okay, do people know this from the issue 1? Or did you?
Well, you know that she's from Ukraine, and you know what year that she launched, but the events that take place, like, it's mostly about her getting to Planet X.
Yeah.
And so some of that really interesting stuff won't happen until the next issues.
Gotcha. Yeah, the art looks amazing in here. I I was flipping through and I was like, wow, and the colors are just so gorgeous. I mean, she's in outer space and there's zero gravity, so her hair is flying. I was like, ah.
Kimberly just killed it with the colors. I love it.
Yeah.
Her palette's great.
So how many issues do you have planned?
So this first arc is only 3 issues long, and it's only like the Journey to Planet X, Terror on Planet X, and Escape from Planet X are the 3 books that are planned right now.
Okay, and is that the whole arc? Like, does it end there, or are you going to continue the story afterwards?
Dean has got just some crazy, wild ideas, and
of course he does. He's a good writer.
Yeah, he's going to take this for years if he can, I think.
This is what we do.
Yeah,
you're like, I really like your idea, and we can end it here, or
it's my very first project, and I wanted to keep the scope kind of small, so I'm like 3 issues. We can do just 3 issues. And Dean's over there, like, I've got 47 new characters I want to add, and
exactly. Because that's what I was going to ask. I was like, how much of the story from the first arc is you, and then where did Dean pick up and like run with it?
So the first arc I had blocked out like in a, just a very rough like chain of events that was going to happen, and then the first issue, I had it basically like everything that was going to happen, and on how many pages, but there wasn't really a lot of dialogue or any real like structure to it. It's just kind of like it was written by somebody that doesn't know how to write, is what it looked like. And
love artists.
So Dean took that.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah, Dean took it and turned it into something that you might actually be able to read, and like from there, like a workflow kind of started coming forward where he wrote it, but he didn't finish or polish it, and then as I was drawing, like just weird random stuff would happen, and so there's like a lot of sight gags and things, and a lot of sight gags and a lot of dumb Easter eggs that are in there just for humor and to make it more fun, and that in due course kind of changed the script a little bit. So there was like a lot of back and forth, and Dean is a really good collaborator. So
that's awesome, and that's how it should happen. That's awesome. I love that when you can find the person, the writer that challenges your art, and then when you start drawing what they wrote, it's like, ooh, look what I found. We could do this, and then you guys start bouncing ideas off, and it grows, and it becomes the best version of itself. And that's what I love to hear.
Yeah, it's definitely better for that collaboration than it would have been.
Right. So we're launching on what day?
It'll be June 15th.
Okay, so that's this week. That's in 2
Thursday.
days.
Wow. I'm very nervous.
You'll be fine. Let me throw this back up here. Let's see. So So you have a goal of $2,000, a 30-day campaign plan. That's pretty good. Yeah, that should be doable. Absolutely.
I hope so. We got like stretch goals on there. If we get enough money, we know how much it cost us to make like the art, because almost all the art is done for this book.
Yeah.
And knowing that, like we have stretch goals, like we'll pay for the next 2 books if we can on this campaign, if we can get there. Yeah.
Wait. So okay. So your stretch goals are your next books. That's crazy.
Yeah, the books 2 and 3 I want to be the stretch goals. But we'll have to do like quite a lot better than
I was like, back up.
But it's my very first project, so right now I'm kind of like I basically just want to try to cover the cost of fulfillment, the printing, and the shipping, and recoup a little bit of the expense from coloring.
Of course.
And that's enough to do the next one, right?
Yeah. Oh, because it just depends on what model. Because we as creators, we always talk to each other like, how do you run your Kickstarter? How do you plan things out? I use the Kickstarter to pay my artist and pay for the art production and then the merchandise. So it's like a lot of people do the other way, where it's like, I've already paid for the art. It's already here. I'm trying to pay myself back. So there's the two, so you're basically done and you're trying to pay yourself back. I don't know. Is $2,000 enough? It's really not. It's not for all your blood, sweat, and tears, right?
No,
so basically, you're
doing
your part for free, is what's happening.
Yeah, my out of pocket's well over that. So
right, exactly. I was like, so we're hoping that you blow this out of the water so you can recap some things and then put
I
it
hope
into
so
the
too,
next
but
one.
I didn't feel like this like not ever having put out another campaign before, not having done any books in a long time. I didn't think that I could go out there with like hey, here's one piece of art, and I'm gonna make a whole book if you'll give me money.
Right,
And
right.
then why would they do that, right?
Right, exactly. You have to give them something. Like I usually do, like I'll do all my covers out of pocket, and I'll do like the first 4-ish pages of the comic, and then so people can see what it's going to look like, and they can see all the other people that are involved, and usually and then of course your track record. So your first one is so important that you set a precedence of how you run your campaigns, how you communicate with your fans, and how you fulfill, just to make sure like everybody wants to come back and do the next one.
Right.
So you gotta, it's like you're in the spotlight. Mm-hmm. You're like, shut up, Laurie. I'm already nervous enough. Whoa, this is not my chair. I almost fell backwards. That was fun. Anyway. So what did you do to research like how to do your Kickstarter? Because it looks really good, man. I was, scrolling through it and it looks like you've done this 4 million times.
Well, I'm a career commercial artist, and I do like 3D modeling is my day job. And before that, I made advertisements, and something that we knew back in the old days is the phone book. Worked for the AT&T Yellow Pages and made ads. So yeah, some of this typesetting stuff is kind of old hat for me anyway.
Gotcha. I was like, because, that's one of the hardest parts is like, where do I set my budget? Mm-hmm. How do I format my Kickstarter page to make sure it looks professional and it's eye-catching, and like how many, reward levels do you create? And it's hard when you're first issue 1 because you don't have like issue 2 and issue 3 to leverage for a catch-up tier. Mm-hmm. So it's like, how many things do you put on your page? You don't want too little, but you also don't want too many because then it gets overwhelming for your backers. So where did you, have you backed other projects? Like, tell me about your experience of how you built this page and how you decided to put what you put on here.
So my first real experience with Kickstarter was talking to Dean during his Kickstarter. And I thought, I think maybe I want to do this. So how about if I just do like I just started doing stuff for him, for nothing or next to nothing, a lot of it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like I kind of just want to participate and see how this goes, for you. So I kind of got to like watch firsthand when he went through his Jake Sunrise Kickstarter.
Yeah. And
that really helped, kind of leveraging like his experience, and and also I was able to do stuff just to help him out a little bit, a couple of logos here and there and things like that. He's a really cool guy, so it's not hard to do stuff for him.
I have something that will kind of explain to you what it's like to run your first Kickstarter.
Oh.
It's 29 seconds long. Let's watch it.
Hold on. I think I'm bleeding. Am I bleeding? Ah! Nose and lips. Okay, ow. Can I? Ow. Wait! Ow! Please, Mr. Oh!
That's about what it's like, dude.
All right. Good to know what I've got coming at me.
So when you feel like everything's hitting you in the face and in the balls, it's normal.
Good to know.
But you'll survive. And then when you get done and you fulfill it, guess what? You're ready for the next one. And you do it all again.
It's like tattoos, isn't it?
What's that?
It's like a tattoo, isn't it? You
is.
get one and you just want another one.
You're like, oh, this hurts so bad, it sucks. And then you're like, wow, this is really cool. I'm going to do now.
Yeah. It's like, let's do it again with zombies now.
Right. So people, we posted the link at the top, but let's post it again for the, this is the pre-launch link. The Kickstarter is going to go live this Thursday. Is there a certain time you plan on launching, Randy, or
I think we're shooting for 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just so me and Dean will be we'll both be available at that time.
Gotcha. I was like, you should hop on a live stream. I love doing launch parties. They're the best because you're so dang nervous, and it's like nobody knows. Like I'm always like, no one's. It's that
I'm so scared.
Imposter syndrome. It all hits you at the same time. You push the button. Half the time it launches. Half the time it's like you need to fix something, and you're like, oh no,
I don't know if I'd be okay if we did like a live launch party and then like nobody came.
That's not what happens, and that's never what's going to happen. And that's why you need to do one, is because people will show up, and it's great to just watch, the numbers come in, and you just have people there with you to like talk to you. You talk about the project, talk about stuff. And then like as the numbers come in, it's like, wow, people really like my stuff, and it feels good. And then other people can see that it's rolling and launched, and it's the best thing to do, man.
Yeah.
It
sounds great. You're
like, sounds great, Laurie.
It sounds great. But I just watched a video with a guy getting pummeled by,
Dodgeball?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what it feels like. And then you get to the middle and then nothing happens for like 2 days. And you're like,
I've heard that. There's like this huge like lull in the middle of it.
Yeah, there's always a plateau. It's usually like right in the middle of the campaign. And, we've all tried things to get it to go again. And it's like, it just happens. It doesn't matter, if you run a 30-day campaign, a 60-day campaign. I think the only way to not have that is to run a 9-day campaign, and I'm just not brave enough to do that.
I think maybe like every time I back something from now on, I'll do it in the second or third week.
Right. Help people out.
Like,
well, I don't know, man. It's like you want everybody to come out that first day, because if you can get funded in like 24 hours or funded, you know what I mean? Because then
funded in 18 minutes or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if your goal was $500, maybe. I know. It was like funded in 2 minutes. My goal was $500, right? It's like that's not how it works.
And I put it in myself. Yeah.
Right. Oh, I'm so good at what I do. Now I'm still in debt, right? But the algorithm for Kickstarter will push you to the front once you're funded.
Oh, that's good to know.
Right. So you really want that to be funded quick, so that way Kickstarter will push you to the front, and more people will. It's free advertising at that point. So that's why you have to try and explain to people. It's great if you can come out. I have one friend that likes to like always pledge right when I'm at like 99%. So he's the one that like takes it over to 100. He thinks that's hilarious. So there are those people where it's like, hey, we're in our plateau. Why don't you come out now and back? And then they can kind of be your hero. Because I think it's like if you get one, then there's sometimes 2 and maybe 3. But when you have days of nothing, it's just so defeating. But it's normal.
I'm sure there's going to be some. And, I kind of almost hope that there is, just so I can take a break that day.
To do what?
I said I almost stand up that there is like a lull right in the middle, just so I can take a break.
There's no break. There's no break. I was like, Randy, there's no break. Did you not watch the video? podcast, interview, social media.
And I've never done one before. Now I've got like a dozen or so scheduled, and I'm just, like, oh my God.
You know what? It's good though. It's good to introduce yourself to the community. Indie people are the best. Indie comic supporters are the best because they love new stuff, and they know that people like yourself and Dean are coming up with something new, so they don't have to watch regurgitated Resident Evil. We don't want to watch another interview with a vampire that's been redone. I don't know about this Indiana Jones coming out. You know what I mean? Like we've been there, we've done that, we've seen that.
We're all gonna watch Indiana Jones.
We're gonna watch it.
We're gonna watch it.
Like it. Oh, I'm sorry. We posted it, John. It's this one right here. Sign up for the pre-launch because they're launching on Thursday. So hit that green button so that way you can get notified upon launch. So as soon as they push the button, it'll.
John, hold up. Which Facebook are you watching from, so I can go over there and drop the link?
Yeah, are you watching
we dropped it on YouTube and we dropped it on Twitch, but I don't know which Facebook group you're watching from. And it doesn't just drop it in Facebook. We have to go do that manually. So where are you watching it?
So, John, you'll have to tell us if you're in the Madness group or if you're in Path of the Pale Rider, Zombies Live, or Laurie Calcaterra.
Or Still Token. He could be anywhere.
He could be anywhere and see it. He's on my Facebook.
Okay, he's on Laurie's Facebook.
Thank you.
Go over there and drop that link for you.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
And there you have it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Randy, I'm really excited for you to launch. I'm going to be watching, man.
Thank you.
It's great. I'm always excited to have new creators on. So it's like we can go together, you know?
It's such an exciting, terrifying experience.
Yes.
But, yeah, back to what you were saying earlier, though, that creator community is really pretty amazing. And
it is.
You see like projects that are like close to finish. They got like 1 day left and they need $100, and you can watch that community just like rally around whomever that is and get them over the hump. It's great.
Yeah. Comics Related Madness is that community for me. When I was brand new and I didn't know what I was doing, I hired Jeff Haas to be my publicist, which is one of the best things I could have done, because he introduced me to all the communities. And then I'm like, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I don't know." He's like, "We got this whole community of creators that I can introduce you to." And then I came back for the countdown party, because again, I didn't have one, right? Didn't know that was. He's like, "And I'm out." So I mean, that's really what starts the journey, is like doing some podcasts. And I'll tell you what, Randy, though, I did an experiment. I ran an Indiegogo and I did 3 interviews. I just did a flexible goal and I did some exclusives. I didn't put a whole bunch of stuff on it, but I only did 3 interviews. And when I Kickstarter, I usually do like 35 interviews. Okay, so I do quite a bit. And the only time I got backers was when I was on a podcast for the Indiegogo. Nobody found me. There was no random people that found Path of the Pale Rider and backed it. It was all from the podcast. So that's how important they are, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, like my reach is so limited. Like I can advertise it to other comic artists, right? Because those are the people that I know.
We'll get you out there.
He has arrived.
There he is.
Oh,
he's here.
He's a handsome boy.
Oh,
he's here. Yep.
Oh,
what are you doing? What do you want? You're not having my SpaghettiOs, dude.
That's what he wants. He's like, "You have food, I have food. Cheese tax."
I'm talking to you.
He's like, where is mine? Where is my food?
Do you got something to say, dude?
You're not a lapdog buddy.
No talking today?
Woof.
Wow, look at that look. He's just like, "Give me the food, dude."
Yeah, he's like, "Don't pet me. Don't talk to me."
He said, "Shut up and give me the food, dude."
All right, so I'm going to flip back over to this preview. We're going to dig in here. I'm going to let's watch your video. All right, let's go.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Do you remember your dreams?
So Dean mixed up that audio, and I love it.
What about it?
Dean made that audio.
Did he really?
Up that audio, yeah.
That's awesome, man. So much in that video.
Yeah, the very end of it sounded suspiciously like somebody taking a bong hit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me neither. I have no idea. I live in Texas.
What even is a bong?
Right. What's that? I have no idea. so many cool images in that video. I love spoilers with no context because, like Dean, my brain is now going like a million directions of where this is going.
Yeah,
So
there's
we
a
saw-
lot of stuff happens in the one book.
Oh my gosh. Well, wait a minute. How many pages are we talking about here?
It's 26 pages.
Okay, that's
So
a lot to cram in 26 pages from what I just saw. So
yeah.
we have
and he had
1965. We see her in space. We see
Mhm.
we see aliens. We see
Mhm.
people on planet X. I think there was dinosaurs there.
yeah, space dinosaurs.
Space dinosaurs. I'm 100% there for space dinosaurs.
Mhm.
That looks amazing. The
Thank
music
you.
was spot on too. So tell Dean, approve. So that looks great. So then here we have Cosmo Natalia. Hey there, space fans. Buckle up and prepare to launch to Planet X. Follow the adventures of Natalia Baranova. Did I say that right?
Baranova, yeah.
All right. Attractive astronaut. Yes, she is. Commie cosmonaut. Spacefaring Soviet. Ravishing rocketeer. That's awesome. Look, and here's that dinosaur people. So follow our lovely Soviet-era hero on a mission to discover and explore this exclusive Planet X for the glory of the motherland. Cosmo Natalia. Beautiful. What was I going to ask you? No, I forgot what I asked. I should have written it down. I'm just going to keep scrolling. People, look at these pages. Gander the gorgeous interiors and even a sneak peek of some of the pages in progress. So I kind of scrolled through these earlier, but I mean, these look amazing. The panel work is beautiful. I mean, everything just kind of, it works, you know, from the colors to the, I love the green. It's like, now, you know, when the computer is talking, it's like, hello, Dave.
Mm-hmm. It seemed weird. It felt a lot like it was just a narrator talking. So it really needed that.
Yeah.
That techie, you know, LED dialogue.
Yeah. And then of course the lettering choice was smart. And of course the letting the little glitches in around the lettering looks really good. So there's no question, you know. How much sci-fi did you watch as a child?
All of it.
I was like,
all
because
of it.
I very much see a lot of space.
There's a lot of Buck Rogers in there, and you know, Calvin and Hobbes, Spaceman Spiff, Barbarella, 1 Million BC, Airplane, and there are a lot of like, some people are going to see it and be confused, and they're going to think that I ripped it off. But there's like kind of a lot of tribute panels.
Tribute panels.
Yeah, tribute panels. I call them tribute panels, like things that were my favorite things growing up, and then I would emulate like that shot in a panel.
Cool. Give us is there one I can show?
Let's see. Do you have the PDF? Did I send you the PDF?
I'm not gonna put that up.
No, I want you the whole PDF, but wait, did you get the more recent one?
You sent me the PDF. Yes.
Because I think
do you know what page it's on, so I don't spoil it?
I think it's page 5.
Okay. Her standing in front of the rocket ship?
No.
After that?
See here, it's the guys in mission control, and I picked the wrong day to. Share screen. Oh, I think it was actually the next page, but this one's fine too, because there it is, right in the middle.
Picked a hell of a week to give. That's Airplane.
It is Airplane. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I would try to cram as much like goofy stuff like that in there as I can, because I mean, I've always loved that kind of humor, Airplane and Naked Gun and things like that.
Yes, it's just so goofy. And don't call me Shirley.
Yeah, and you know, this book definitely does not take itself too seriously. I mean,
that's awesome.
You know, it's meant to be goofy and silly and cheesecakey.
That's awesome. And this, you know, this one right here. I don't know if people can see the bottom right panel where she's flying. It's like, how many space movies have we seen that camera angle, like all of them, right? Where they're floating towards the camera and looking down like the tube of the spaceship.
Yeah, and it is gratuitous, and I'm not sure if I should apologize for that or not.
You shouldn't. No, absolutely not. It's it makes us have those feelings from watching the other things too. So it's like we feel all the same things because we've been there. We're all, it's a communal feeling. It's almost like when you go to a music concert like Pearl Jam and everybody knows all the songs. It's like you're in a group of people that understand that feeling. And it's the same here. It's like when you're in this fandom and you love sci-fi and space movies, we all understand the feeling that goes along with that panel, which is really cool.
Thank you.
To be able to tap into that. I don't want to go too far, people. I want you to go to the Kickstarter page when it's up, right? And go check out the stuff. I'm gonna pull this down here. Remove.
Yeah, those first 4 or 5 pages, though, like I haven't had a problem sharing those. I feel like I need to show people something.
Well, of course. What did I share? Not that one. Yes, that one. Add to stream. Push all the buttons. Oh, but this, see her in dogfight in space, battle unnecessarily revealing outfits, and endure horny mission control scientists. Sounds about right.
They're kind of they're jerks, man. Really.
It happens, but I mean, if you're floating through space with nothing on,
they're like 1960s, like Mad Men sort of characters there in Mission Control, and they're awful. They really are.
They're all like staring at the screen. Move to your left.
Yeah.
Did we mention alien mushrooms and space dinosaurs? Indeed. So now we have a completely different feel. Now we're on like
now you're planet side here.
Yeah. So now we have like the Robinson Crusoe almost feel in space, where it's like we've crash landed, probably. I'm not spoiling anything, onto a planet, and we are interacting with that planet, and things happen.
Yeah. Just wildlife.
Yeah, to say the least. Feathery dinosaurs looks about right.
So, just those dinosaurs, they will be back in future issues too.
Oh, good. You're gonna find people will latch on to the most ridiculous part of your comic, and it's gonna come like your thing.
I love the danger chickens.
What are they called?
Danger chickens.
Oh, you just call them danger chickens. Yeah, I was like, oh, is that their name? And I was like, wait.
Yeah. No, it kind of is, because that's what the robot calls them, because it doesn't know what to call them. So, I don't know if you're able to read that on that page, but it is right there.
No, it's too small. Danger chickens. Yep, it's that last one in green. Oh, I love it. That's the kind of stuff that I love to read, where it's like sci-fi plus adventure. There's comedy. There's, death-defying dinosaur. And it doesn't take itself too seriously, right?
No,
and there's just moments where it's just off the cuff. I love it. And I love all the Easter eggs. So this is definitely up my alley for sure.
Yeah, we really had a good time making it. We just tried to squeeze in like a little bit of like everything that we liked from childhood. Basically.
Right. And Randy, I really feel like that's why we do what we do, right? Because it's fun to write a story like this that's unique.
It's not the money, I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, it's not the money. One of my friends was like, how would you like to make a small fortune in comics? And I was like, okay. She was like, start with a large fortune. That's how you get a small fortune.
That's how you do it.
Because you spend it. Let's see your covers here. Okay, marvel at our covers in plethora. You used plethora on your Kickstarter page. That's great.
That's on Dean. he wrote a lot of the copy on this page, so
it's really funny. I've been cracking up reading this. It plays like a radio show in my head. You know what I mean?
Like a hammy narrator voice that he's got on this all throughout the page.
Right. Plethora of tiers, suitable for a variety of readers based on interests and tastes. There's something for everyone in Cosmo Natalia. So let's see your A cover. I can't see it because it's small. I gotta make it bigger. Who did your A cover?
I did.
Of course you did. It's beautiful. And I love that the dude's just floating out in space.
Yeah. This is it's just kind of a throwback to the old, like the weird science 1950s pulpy magazines. You know,
I almost saw like 50 Leagues Under the Sea with this. You know, I was like, it could be in outer space, but could also be in the ocean. But of course, her hair is flying, so there's no gravity. It is in space. But I was like, ooh, this is really cool.
I probably should have like a floating wrench or something in there to really sell that zero gravity thing.
It's good. And then cover B. Who's responsible for cover B?
That's me again.
You again, just different style.
Yeah, it's just more of a a little bit more like modern digital painting, like a concept artist might paint it that way. I don't have money to pay other people to do covers for me, and so I've got a couple down here. Like the one in purple is like way not finished at all, and I worked on that one. But cover B there was actually done by Carlos Valenzuela.
Okay.
And it's still in the process of having the color applied to it, so it's not ready yet.
You got a dog in there. It's Cosmo.
Mm-hmm.
It is not. It's not Cosmo. It is a dog with a different name.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not Cosmo.
It's definitely not Cosmo.
Anatoly, I think it's the dog's
name. Anatoly. There we go. That's his name. He's not the same, but that's awesome. So you're responsible for those covers as well?
No,
right? You're not doing
black and white. Yeah, the A, B, and C, and I've got another one that is not up on this preview page yet. I have to get it up on that page later tonight.
So you'll have 5 covers total.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Who's this character on cover C?
That is Monica, and she's going to be. She is the American contemporary to Natalia.
Gotcha.
You know, so she's a modern American girl from Texas.
Nice.
And, America. She's got the big guns, right?
Nice.
So
that's what we like here in Texas. Got big guns.
So she'll be a lot of fun. She's if we make our first stretch goal, then I've got 6 pages that I want to. That's basically her origin that I want to squeeze in to this first book.
That's cool. So okay, that's interesting. So your stretch goals will be adding pages to the first issue, yeah?
The first stretch goal we'll be doing that because I wanted to do them anyway, but there was like I didn't know how much scope creep that we were going to let happen.
Yeah.
It was already like we started with 22 pages, and it was like, well, we're going to need 1 more page for this, and then one more page for that. And where do you stop?
Right. It's so hard. It's like you can't just add 1 page. You got to add 4.
But yeah, like Monica, I felt like it was better to like leave Monica completely out, or I'm going to have to add several pages.
Right. I mean, you have to. That's how it goes. All right. So first day, you have some early bird specials.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Day only, people. Fully rendered art of a character of your choice, delivered as signed high quality print. Wow.
Dean told me that I should mention that's for other creators out there too. Like variant covers count.
Okay.
If they wanted to jump in and do that.
So you would do a cover for someone else?
Yeah.
Well, good morning, Carissa.
Hello.
I think that's Carissa. I don't know. It's on a YouTube thing I've never seen. That's got to be Carissa.
It's got to be Carissa.
So you would do what size art? What size does it say?
Well, digital art. So.
Oh, okay. So any size you want, really.
Mm-hmm.
Spend $100, limit 10 on the first day of the campaign only. Wow, that's amazing.
It's really cheap. So like I didn't want to do a lot.
Right. No, you can't. You got to limit that bad boy for sure. Oh, it is Carissa. Thank you, ma'am. Woo. Oh, she has a new channel. I'll have to go subscribe. Ooh, look at these. And you did these, of course. Resin print statue, 5-inch resin printed mini bust of character. Natalia, sculpted by artist and co-creator Randy Nunley. Beautiful. What'd she have? A wrench?
That's her electro spanner.
Her what?
It's an electro spanner. It's a wrench that's electric for no reason at all.
Because comics. That's why.
It's like a sonic screwdriver. Why do you need that?
You don't, but it's amazing. That's why. It's so funny. I always laugh because Carissa is like the queen of merch and she's always finding new things and it just cracks me up. So I'm sure that she's watching now and being like, I want one of those. She's like, where can I get that? 6x9 characters sketch. Ooh, $25 add-on, limit of 50. Yeah. So 6x9 process sketch of any character you choose by artist and co-creator Randy Nunley, and you will see both the original pencil drawing and a digitally refined. You're going to be so busy, man.
I hope so. I mean, I do hope so. This is this is really kind of the only way that I really know how to interface with people that might buy my stuff. So
yeah, but that's cool. I mean, a lot of times, last campaign was the first one we did where you could get art from Marco. He's so busy that we even debated whether we should do it or not. You know what I mean? And it's like, he needs to do the comic, people. I can't have him doing a bunch of, so I was like, you can do 5 and that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
That was like, well, at least your comic is most of the way done. You know what I mean?
Right. And I don't want to be misleading anybody. Like these are sketches,
Right. It's a sketch. People, they know.
You're not going to get a big masterpiece or anything like that.
No, it's a sketch. It's a 6x9 sketch. You put what it is and it's pencil and then
but I'm going to work hard on
digital. But 50 is a big number, man. You're going to be sketching forever.
I know. But I draw every day anyway. So.
Right. You're like, it'll be good practice. What's this? Mission sticker. Every physical backer is part of the team. 1 inch or so. You get 1 3-inch mission patch is included in all physical tiers. Cool.
Right. That'll be just like a peel and stick kind of a sticker.
Oh, and you can get the actual patch. That's cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna make challenge coins, like actual metal challenge coins.
Yeah.
And embroidered patches, but those are expensive,
Yeah, they are.
And so we're basically like I'm basically selling those at cost on here.
Yeah.
It's not really a good fundraising tool. I just think they're really neat.
I mean, it goes with your genre. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I totally get you. Some things I do anyways, even though it makes me like no money.
Right.
These are just too cool not to do them. So we must have the mission patch. We must.
Mostly I want one.
Exactly. So, right.
I have to buy 10.
I got to order 25. So I'll
put
24 on the Kickstarter. 1 comes to me.
Mm-hmm.
Those are awesome. No preview available of embroidered mission patch. Image shows front and back of the challenge coin. Cool. But I mean, they'll look pretty much like this.
Right.
The embroidered patches, because I've done some and they look pretty close to this. So
yeah, I'm a little worried about the type on that one, but I think it'll be okay.
Before we get to the stretch goals, let me go back up. La 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 la. All right, let's talk about some rewards that are coming. So tier 1, you just numbered them. I named mine funny stuff. Like I had a ketchup tier, like ketchup and mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
It was called ketchup, but it was the ketchup tier where you could, get all the previous issues.
Right. Yeah. I don't have any of those, so.
Right.
But next time around, I might.
Right. Exactly. I was like, have fun. I have fun naming my stuff because I think it's hilarious. Let's see. Tier number 1, high quality digital PDF featuring cover A and 2 pages of additional bonus content. Nice. For $3. You need to raise your price, sir.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I am afraid that because it's my first time out that nobody's gonna buy anything. So
they are going to. Don't you worry. This looks amazing. People are going to show up. You're going to see. So $3 for the PDF. And your name in the acknowledgement page is a value backer. That is so much. That to me is a lot of fun. Getting everybody's names on there is cool to see. I decided I'm going to start putting those on my webpage too. So anytime like we have a Kickstarter, I'll post the thank you page on the website so people can go find their name from previous ones too. Tier number 2, $7, all 4 variant covers, a PDF. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that'll become 5. So
right,
another one coming.
Right. Digital deluxe, people. So this is cool because not only do you get the PDF, which I like both. People are in one camp or the other, but I like both because when I'm traveling, it's so much easier just to have my iPad and I can read all of the things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and I'm on the airplane and I'm reading comics, right? Because they're
Right.
already there. But I love that feel too, like
I know. And
we're all physical, where you can touch it and smell it and turn the pages at your leisure.
Yeah,
So
we're one bad solar flare away from never having webtoons again,
pretty much. So digital tier gets you a high quality PDF of the book and all 5 of the cover variants. So you'll get all of those, and of course your name on the thank you page. Tier number 3, not suitable for work cover. Ooh, digital deluxe naughty version. All 4 variant covers plus the naughty version. So for $10, everything a filthy capitalist could ask for. Dean's funny. I gotta have him on the show. So
he's so great.
Next time I'll get you both on here together. That'll be a fun time. So this one includes all the variants of the second tier, along with the further naughty version of cover B, plus several interior panels throughout the book that have received, shall we say, special consideration as well. So it looks like interior pages are also not suitable for work. So this is definitely the naughty version, people. But if you've seen, we've been scrolling through some of these, we can kind of figure out where they are. I'm just saying.
They're probably not real hard to spot,
No. And if you're like Brandon Starochi and some others you like the boobies, there you go. Yes, Brandon, I did say that out loud. Moving on. Yep, here we go. Number 4, $15. Yep, physical copy with main cover and the digital PDF. Your name in the acknowledgement page is a value backer, of course. That's a good price for that. Tier number 5, the physical copy with variant cover includes digital download as well. So this is the variant cover B. Do you have one for every option?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. That way, if you only want 2 covers, you can, you get this one and then add on one more, or.
Yeah. So you took advantage of the add-ons. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Is there anything in the add-ons that's not in a backer level?
I don't think so. I think everything will be in a tier. I haven't added all the tiers either.
What?
I have a couple of bigger tiers that I need to add that have a tier, because I don't have a tier that has everything in it yet.
You're launching in 2 days, man.
I know. I'm going to do that tonight. It's the last.
Adds to list. Here's the not suitable for work cover. That's $20. Very nice. So tier number 9 is collect all 4. Are you going to change the price when you add the 5th book?
Probably.
Yeah, it would make sense too. But this is kind of like collect them all tier here. Yeah, you got to add some more. We definitely need more.
More. Yeah. And there's not a tier that includes all of the add-ons, because if you bought everything, if you bought everything as an add-on, it would kind of pile up on you.
Right. So I do that too, where it's here's my add-ons, but I put it together as a bundle. If you want all the things, it's a little bit cheaper to back that level as opposed to adding on,
right.
save backers a few dollars. All right, let's head back to those. I'm interested in your stretch goals because those are different than how I do mine. So I want to pick your brain. Okay. All right, stretch goal number 1, $3,000. At $3,000, we will be able to include an additional 6 pages into the first issue depicting American astronaut Monica Harlow's experience aboard the Frank. The Frank is the name of the ship.
It is, actually, yeah.
Of course it is. Leading up to her arrival at Planet X, setting up the events of,
it's actually not a joke. It's actually named after my grandpa Frank.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, why is it named the Frank?
Yeah, a long time ago. We actually
named after your grandpa. That's way different.
Yeah, he did some stuff in the space program years and years ago. So yeah, there's a ship named after him.
Hi, Quentin. Good morning. Thanks for hopping on. And of course, Carissa. She's funny. She's like, yes, where did she go? His sketchbook looks better. Yeah. Professional artist. And she is looking at all your tiers and it was like, I would like to look at all your things here. She cracks me up. That is all. All right, moving on. So stretch goal number 2, at $8,000, we'll be able to fully fund the second issue. Wow, man, you're rolling in other books into their first campaign. That's amazing. So all backers will receive continuous updates on production, and we'll be able to make additional purchase options available for the second issue and relevant add-ons. How are you going to tackle the shipping, though?
I don't know, because like those are like theoretical goals, right? And obviously, like the first book's going to be ready to go like super quick,
right?
So I'd be like shipping multiple batches to people, I guess, because I wouldn't want to make them wait until the third issue's done to get the first issue. Like, I'm not really,
Yeah.
That's something that I probably need to put like in the challenges part, is that I don't know what I'm doing. but you're going to get your stuff.
And then at $12,000, we'll be able to fully fund the third issue. Interesting. And then, of course, purchase options. Note the third issue is not completely written in the time of this writing. No art production has begun. Yeah. Let's move on. So, Randy, you need to put pictures. Where's you? Adds to list. Coming from a family of artists and nerds, Randy grew up around illustration, comics, Star Trek, and the Midwest convention scene. It's really cool that your grandpa did that. And as a career commercial artist, he's acquired a diverse array of skill set to apply to his childhood love of comics, science fiction, and fantasy of all kinds. You're my kind of people, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah. Sci-fi. I also added in spaghetti Western, but mine's pretty much like, instead of space, we're in the West, but that's it. And I throw in Undead Bears. Yeah, Star Trek and Midwest convention scene. Heck yeah. Dean Page. Now, these people are all, where did they go? I saw all your pictures. Was it here? Where was it? Yeah, wait a minute. You still don't have a picture of yourself and Dean in here, too. That cracks me up.
Oh, on the PDF?
On the PDF, yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like, here, I'll show that one. Nope, it's still not there. Dean Page, writer based out of New Jersey. Comics. Yeah, that's awesome.
I got to get my photo in there, but if Dean doesn't give me a photo to put in there, I'm going to change his description to International Man of Mystery.
There you go. And just put like one of those silhouettes with a question mark on it. Mm-hmm. Like, oh yeah, like you put in this one. Yeah, silhouette with a question mark. Exactly that. Just put that one up there. Kimberly Brew, Brazilian comic book colorist with a passion of telling stories through color. Amazing work. She likes to watch animated TV shows, hit the gym, and plein air painting. That's interesting. You don't hear that a lot too much. People don't pack all their stuff and go,
Yeah, like I wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't either.
It's it's Kansas, though. It's really windy. So
right. You're like, my painting. Mm-hmm. Someone can enjoy that.
Right.
Hafid Ardi, did I pronounce that correct?
Hafid Ardi, I think is right.
Okay. Independent freelance flatter, comic book enthusiast.
I've never actually spoken to Hafid,
really?
Like only text, so I actually don't know if that's correct.
Gotcha, because we haven't heard him say it.
Mm-hmm.
Assisting in color since 2020, the host of talents including Brian Valenza, Ichisan Asori, and Rick De La Cruz. So why Kickstarter? Yes, this is always the question. Why Kickstarter? What made you choose Kickstarter over like Indiegogo or Zoop or From My Comic? I'm just curious.
I haven't really seen a lot of projects that had like success on Indiegogo. Mm-hmm. I've heard a lot of negative comments about Indiegogo.
Interesting.
And and Zoop, I don't know what that is.
So that's why not Zoop.
That's why not Zoop.
My comic is taken off too. I just haven't. When I found out about Fund My Comic was like right before I had already, committed to doing a Kickstarter show. But I mean, it's hard when a majority of your people, like you're going to start building an audience here in Kickstarter. And it's like, if you try to go to somewhere else, they might not follow. So right. It's always interesting to try and tap into some of these other markets. So launch on Thursday. And then you're going to be doing shows, or what's the plan? What are you going to be working on while the campaign is live?
Yeah, just promote. wherever I can. And I think that's kind of the name of the game, right? And
right.
Which kind of sucks a little bit because I mostly just want to draw,
Yeah.
And so like future projects, like some of this kind of stuff, I might try to hand off to Dean and see if he can do it because like while I'm doing this, I'm not making the second issue, and it's really challenging to try to do both.
Yeah, I feel you. There's like times when you need to be active and times when you need to be in the back so you can continue working. Quentin says, since it's windy in Kansas, you can make a painting and turn it into a kite.
That's true.
It's a performance piece.
Yeah, we'll just hope it dries before it comes down on somebody.
And maybe it won't land paint side down, but knowing us, it will.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, Carissa, same. I just really want to write, so she feels you, man. It's hard, or it's like at this level where you're doing all the work and you're wearing all the hats, and it's like I have so many good intentions to sit down and write, but then you get involved in all sorts of other projects, and it's like I haven't written Path of the Pale Rider since I can't remember.
Carissa's getting it done, though. I tell you what, I see her name everywhere.
Everywhere.
She
is everywhere. And I love her, and she makes me laugh because her and I stick together, obviously, because being two ladies in the comic book scene, it's like there's not a whole lot of us. So
no, there's not.
We have a good laugh together, and we're both the writer of the team, right? And we have
there's a group chat with like a whole bunch of Lauries in it, though.
Oh, we're in there. Did you join? That's what happened. Is there was another Laurie that heads up the group, Laurie Foster, and then after I joined, they're like, "Wait, there's another Laurie," and then they just started changing everybody's name to Laurie.
Yeah,
it was so funny. We had a blast, and so
I scrolled through it this morning, and I was like, "What the heck?
Like, why are there so many Lauries?" It's because we rock and we take over things. And then Carissa came to the group, and then it became like, what's it called, Carissa? It's like Team Chaos is what they renamed it to. So they have
Team Chad now.
Team Chat.
Team Chad.
Chad? Oh, we're Team Chad now. I wonder what happened. Did a Chad join?
I don't know. But...
I haven't been able to read as much because I was gone for 10 days. I'm like, I gotta get caught up on all the things. Like, I'm sure people have been like, Laurie, where are you?
There's such an active chat group.
It is.
Like, I have to mute it when I'm at work. I'm like, shut up, guys.
I know. I'm like, I do have to mute at times. Like when I went to the wedding, I was like, mute. It's like your watch is going up. Sorry, guys. Oh. So after this, you have any other projects that you want to do? You have any other ideas that you and Dean are going to collaborate and bring to light?
So, I know like Dean has got another another issue of Jake Sunrise that he's going to be running a campaign for. And I'm sure I'm going to participate with him on some level on that, although I'm not the artist on it.
Gotcha.
And like we do have a plan for a 6th issue of that, but I'm not sure when exactly it's going to happen. But
maybe you can do a variant cover.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I do really well, I'm going to be really busy doing other people's covers.
Right, other people's covers, and then definitely doing all those 3 million sketch cards you're going to be working on for the Kickstarter.
And, David Sandoval David Sandoval sent me a kind of a cool script that I want to work on, later too. But I don't have a definitive timeline for that.
Secret. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Yeah, you're going to find like the more that you're in the community, there's a ton of really cool people out there to collaborate with. And
that's been the most fun part.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that is I have found so many other people's projects that I'm like, this is super cool. And like, I really want to learn from what they're doing. And even if I'm just a fan and just like support the Kickstarter, there's a ton of ways to participate. And then when you're lucky, you find someone that's like-minded. And I'm like, hey, can we collaborate? And they're like, yes. And then like new stuff starts. So that's where I am right now too. So I'm really looking forward to what's coming.
See, so it's like once you kind of know some people, like then it's so much easier to collaborate, because when random people off the internet are just like, you want to collaborate? And I mean, all you hear is like, so you don't want to pay?
Right. That's different. You got to find the legit people who actually want to collaborate, and not the people that are like, I have this really cool story. Do you want to collaborate? In other words, can you do art for free? Because that would be great. And I'm like, no. No, thank you. Since I'm a writer, it's mostly like, hey, do you want to hire me? Here's my page rate, like out of the blue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know who you are.
Oh my gosh, on my way to find Dean, like I talked to a bunch of other writers when I started asking for writers, and I got kind of the same thing from the writers. I was like, what, you don't want to pay people or what?
Right.
And I thought, no, I will pay, but but some of these guys, like they wanted like $80, $90 a page to write a comic script. And I'm like, I can't even get that to draw the comic.
Yeah. Which is also severely underpaid. You know what I mean? It's
hard.
It's hard because we're all in this together where it's like, I would love to pay people what they're worth, but again, I can't afford to. So it's like,
as long as you could like sell your comic book at $47 an issue.
I know, wouldn't that be great? I'll tell you what. Preem, I saw Preem over in Michigan. He was one of the cool peeps from the Culture Junkies that showed up to see me when I was doing a signing in Livonia. That was really cool. I've never done one of those before, so it was a new experience for me. But Culture Junkies showed up, and then yeah. Oh, hi, Nanette. Nanette. She's my girl. I don't get paid to write. Yeah, neither do I, dude. Randy gets that because he's not paying, it's like no one's paying him to do the art. It's so hard. It's so hard. You know what I mean? It's like,
so it's easier when it's your own book, like I'll work for free on my own book.
Right. Yes. However,
right.
It's still all your time getting poured into your book. And it's like you're making and people don't realize that these the Kickstarters are like they're not intended to pay you. They're intended to do like the print job and the shipping and you know what I mean, like and pay your other people. Where it's like we make zero. I've made $0.
I know. And I might save some money with like having a cocaine habit.
We do not endorse drugs on the show. I'm
no.
going to put up the
just weed.
Where's the disclaimer? Disclaimer up. Oh, I don't have the disclaimer anymore. Did they take it down? Hold on, let me scrolling. There it is.
There it is.
Randy, you got the disclaimer.
Nah.
Weed. We love weed.
Also, disclaimer. We usually throw that up there whenever one of our co-hosts, Christie, shows up because she just has no filter. It just all comes out. So
that thing exists because of Christie. Okay, we didn't have a disclaimer until we brought Christie on the show, and then it was like, oh shit.
He's like, I didn't have a disclaimer. But we have it at all times. So every now and again, when we get guests like yourself that are like feeling free and they say whatever, hey, we throw that disclaimer up. It's more of a joke.
Yeah.
But we have.
I was joking, by the way. But
we know you were joking. Like we honestly don't think you're doing cocaine, man. He wasn't. He likes weed, and we all know this. It's okay. He lives in Michigan. It is legal, so it's no big deal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm very excited for you, man. Good things are coming. You're in the beginning of your stepping off point. So I'm super excited to watch you and Dean and your team do what you do. Oh, what does he say? Oh, Path of the Pill. What? Preem? It's POTPR, my buddy. It's a dope story and you guys deserve to be paid. Yeah, I know. But it's unfortunate that crowdfunding it doesn't. But you know what? It's more than that. It's like when you just want your story. You want your story out there, right? And I want control of it. So I don't want to sell.
You guys are all in the infancy of your IPs, though. Okay,
right.
You're getting seen. People are buying your book. People are looking forward to the next one. They're signing up for the next one. Now, 10 years from now is when you judge how well you handled this first couple of years.
Embrace the suck. I say that a lot. Embrace the suck, but it's like you got to put in the time, and then we got to put, so that way we can build the audience and get our names out there, and people can follow.
Well, it's very much a long game for all of us.
Yes, because if you're not playing the long game, you're wasting your money.
Right.
If you're not playing the long game, you're wasting your money.
I've got a pet project that I've been wanting to work on since I was about 17 years old, but I'm saving it until I'm like, I don't know, 7-8 campaigns deep. And
really?
maybe by then, because I want to know what I'm doing. right? I wanna
Right before it's
better
just a
than-
day.
Well,
I
'cause
have
that's my
other
baby,
scripts
you
that
know?
I'm working on too, or at least had worked on. I need to pick them back up. But I feel you where it's like now is not the time for that. I did the last 6 months. I got a name for rambling merch and crazy release dates. That pretty much wraps it up there. But no, that's not it, Carissa. It's all the hard work that you put in. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Your books are all signed now, Preem, which is by the way, huh?
The ones I got are signed.
I know. He got one. He showed up and he got him signed. You remember when we were smashing the watermelon with the sock? That was Preem's idea. So thank you, Preem.
Nice. Now, the thing I want to know now, Preem, okay, I recognize the can and the sock. That's a prison weapon. I just want to know, did you get that from Bad Boys, or
did you go to prison?
No, did you have intimate knowledge of such things?
Things we need to learn about Preem. Tell us.
Yeah, I recognized it from a whole different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't a movie.
That was really funny. You're like, what do you have? And I'm like, it's a soup can and a sock. He's like, that's a straight up prison weapon. And I was like, yeah. And I had no idea how effective it was. I was like, holy crap, that watermelon went everywhere. That was
Imagine if the guy you're swinging that at doesn't know you're behind him.
Oh, he's dead. His skull is caved in. Preem says, put it up. I've never done time. I just watched a lot of 80s movies.
Bad Boys, John Penn. There you go.
Oh, fun times. Randy?
Yeah. Sorry, I was dinging over here. I've got to get rid of that.
No, you're fine. I was like, so what happened is one of my stretch goals was where I destroyed a watermelon. I let the people choose what weapon I was going to use, and they got to vote on, and they also got to name the watermelon. So that's what we're referring to. So it's
what did they name the watermelon?
They named it King Joffrey Baratheon.
Oh man. With extreme prejudice, then.
Oh yeah, no, he died. I was like, we can't poison the watermelon because we plan on eating it, but we will chop the crap out of it. So you can do that kind of stuff for your stretch goals as well.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, we had lots of fun. I'm a martial artist. I've done martial arts for 25 years, so it was just fun we tried. I love Preem. He's a comedian. So funny. Look. Quentin too. Campbell's makes ouch, good. They're funny.
You guys are great.
So what are you looking forward to? What's your thoughts about what's coming next? Yeah,
I really don't know what to expect, and I mean, I really just hope people like it well enough that I get to do the next 2 issues. And
well, even if you don't meet your stretch goals, you can always do another campaign to raise funds for the next ones.
Right.
Right.
And all I'm really looking to do right now is I want to raise just enough money that I can justify it to my wife that I get to do another one.
That was in reference to this, not you.
Ouch, buddy, dang.
That is our Q intro. Whenever we see Q in the chat, we let you know. You ever hear something?
All right.
Q from Star Trek.
All right.
That's him. That's him right
I think
there.
that's part of it too, because I get in the same situation where my husband's like, "What did you do?" And I was like, "Well, I bought some new merch."
I'm glad he popped in for that because I had no context for that meme and I wasn't ready for it. I was like, "What?"
I was like, "That wasn't free. That wasn't you."
Q is one of our regulars.
Yeah, his name is Quentin, and he comes on. He'll draw on a panel. He does draw streams and stuff. He's in the chat. And he says funny stuff all the time too. So.
He's one of us.
Okay. All right.
But he goes by Q. So it's
okay.
Don't confuse the guests, Pops.
That's my job.
No, it's not. Quinn's over here cracking up.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, that's the goal is to keep going, right? Keep doing it.
Right.
Hopefully you make something people like.
So this one is set to fulfill goals in July.
The end of the campaign's in July, and what are you looking at?
Like, when would you? I'm probably not looking at it right. No, it says July 2023. So on your Kickstarter tiers, it says estimated delivery is July 2023.
Yeah, the digital PDFs you should get like on campaign end, right? Because that's all that stuff's ready or about to be ready.
Right. Oh, okay. In August for the physicals. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. Give yourself time to print, right?
Right. But I mean, yeah, I need to add something on there. Like if we meet that first stretch goal, we're going to add 6 pages to it.
Right.
You know, we're not going to have it to you by August. So.
Right. Well, and I think people are pretty understanding. Like if you're adding stuff to the reward, it's like they're willing to wait like an extra 3 weeks, 4 weeks for it. Yeah. I love how Pops literally pops in with side comments. This is the part of the stream where my chat like gets wild, apparently. But okay. So then let's say you are successful with campaign number 1. When are you going to turn around and do the next campaign?
We probably won't wait as long for the next campaign, you know, because this one, like the book's nearly complete already. Like there are 2 pages left to get back from the colorist.
Okay. Wow.
Right. And that's it. And, you know, I've got like the 2 last covers that need finished, and they'll be done in a few days.
Right.
So, but the next time out, like, you know, we might actually do the campaign prior to all of the production, because now I've already delivered a product. The people, you know, the people that are coming back for that, they'll know what to expect.
You know, it's interesting what we're finding with, hey, Nanette, she's jumped into, hey, girl, with Carissa and what she's doing, because her stuff is all done by the time she does her campaign too. So, you know, once the money comes from Kickstarter, she ships everything and she's fulfilled. So it's by the time she's done with that, and if fulfillment goes out, and then she does the pre-launch link for the next one. And she had like 75 people sign up for pre-launch in less than a month. It was insane. That's because great. The momentum is there. You know what I mean? There's no downtime. So it's really, you know, interesting to me that she's able to do that. And people are like, yeah, we're here for it. We want the next one. We want the next one. You know, they don't have to wait. You know, when it takes a whole year to produce something, people forget. They forget you exist. They're like, oh yeah, that thing. Oh yeah, you know. So it's interesting to me. Like if I were you, I would not wait. I would throw up that Kickstarter pre-launch page, and people are reading your comic and signing up for the next one. Let's see. She said 50 followers in 3 days. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't get that.
I know. I watched mine. I got up to 3, and it was like finally, like my mom clicked it too.
Yeah. Parents are the best.
Yeah. But I think we're up to like 60 now, and like now I'm starting to feel pretty good about it. You know?
Yeah.
But I was like hovering around 12 for the longest time.
This is what building a following is about, though.
Yeah.
Out on these shows, people see you, they see your art, they see the story, you know, they hear about the story, they decide whether or not they want to get invested in it. You know, but if they don't see it, look, exposure is king, bro. There ain't nothing that you can do to help yourself more than to be seen everywhere, all over the place, every chance you get. That's how you build the following. Okay?
Oh, I know. And I mean, I don't know, but I'm learning that. You know, the things that I haven't done, you know, like I probably should have done some like drawing streams or like on a TikTok or something, you know. I don't even have a Twitter, you know.
We do an open draw stream every Sunday. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, you should come.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, the draw streams are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm typically busy, but I always show up when they're drawing my things.
And that's the other thing.
I'm just kidding.
How many Facebook groups are you in?
Oh, yeah, okay. What?
How many Facebook groups are you a member of?
Me?
No.
Oh, I don't know, like hundreds.
Yeah, drop that link in all of them, bro.
Yeah.
Some of them are going to go, you can't do this there. You can't do this here. And you just eliminate them off your list.
Right, yeah. Like a lot of those big groups that I have.
You know, you keep the ones that let you do the self-promotion.
Yeah.
Okay,
then you delete that group and you find another one.
That's what the comic-related madness was all built on, was promoting, was self-promotion, was giving you guys a place where nobody was going to tell you, you can't promote your book here. We gave you a group where you can. And I expect people to drop their link at least once a day in the comic related madness.
Cool.
But there are dozens of other groups that are totally cool about it, and you can do it there too. And the more places you get seen, the more books you're going to sell, dude. Bottom line, you know.
Cream and Nanette are from another group that I'm a part of called the Culture Junkies, and they said you can drop your link there as well.
That's what I was saying.
So I'll invite you there. But Carissa said, Randy, you did an awesome job this interview with the right amount of talking. She might have seen your last one. Is that what you're referring to?
well, I was talking about it in the chat there because I got scolded for not talking enough after this.
Well, Carissa's on the other end. We were like, You stop now. Okay.
Also, for you culture junkies, we promote other groups. We promote other shows. We promote bringing everybody together. That's what the madness is about. Feel free to drop a link in the madness to your group, the Culture Junkies. And
yeah, we can do that too.
You see what I'm saying? All you got. Networking is what I do. That's what this is all about. It's getting everybody to know everybody else and work together and promote each other. All that shit. That's what we're doing here. That's my vision, you know.
I don't know. I haven't really been on Reddit, Nanette. Have you guys found any
Reddit I think it's just a cesspool, honestly.
Is it?
I don't like Reddit at all.
I haven't been on there to know. I've never been on there to promote. I like Twitch because the only reason I got to experience Twitch is because of these guys, because their show runs on Twitch. But otherwise, I had no clue what Twitch was.
I mean, I know a lot of people have had success with Twitch. But like everything that I put on Reddit and some things that Dean put on Reddit, like specifically for this, it just attracted the wrong kind of people.
Can I share a story?
Sure.
So I paid for a Facebook ad for Path of the Pale Rider like 2 campaigns ago. And I let Facebook choose, what fit best. Mistake. I didn't get any like real interaction except for one guy who was like in the BFE Minnesota, and he was like, if I see you on my page again, I'll find you and I'll kill you. And I was like,
whoa.
Wow. I was like, so this is the opposite effect of what I wanted. I was like, I didn't put it on there, Facebook did.
Terrible.
But yeah, apparently Nanette agrees that Reddit is a cesspool.
Yeah, I don't know. Just a really negative mindset community.
Is it?
Yeah, in my experience, it is.
And negativity's everything right now in social, like negative social media is what gets views, which is really difficult. You know what I mean? Even on like TikTok, people just want to argue. People
are wanting to be the most savage.
Right. Same thing on YouTube sometimes. Hot takes on this. And it's like, that's what everybody tunes into.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, what did you say, Nanette? Reddit is just a rabbit hole in the biggest congregation for keyboard warriors. I dislike drama. I don't want to participate in the drama. I just want to read good comics. I want to meet cool ass people who do, exciting things, because that's what I do. And I want to talk to people like me. I want to talk to people like Randy. I want to talk to people like Carissa. You know what I mean? I want to talk to all the nerds at Culture Junkie, because that's fun. And that's,
I'm like so happy to be kind of stumbling into this community the way that I am, because, everybody is like so friendly and supportive. And, it's nice because I don't have that in my immediate vicinity here in Wichita. It's, there's not a huge community, there's nobody here.
Dallas is pretty big, but I tell you what, my neighborhood, it's kind of weird when people ask me what I do and I tell them what I do and they just look at me like I'm strange. And I'm like, yes, I know. You know what I mean? Like, like I get it. Say it louder for the back, Laurie. Yes, I will. This is why we do what we do. This is why we have shows like this. Laurie takes on the strays like me. Carissa, you are not a stray. Actually, you guys should totally diss each other on the socials as an inside joke and then laugh at the people who aren't in the joke. That would be amazing. I know the person I'm going to do that with, and that's not poor Randy. Randy's too new to pick on him like that. But Brandon Starocci's on my list. We could have like a feud, and it would be hilarious. If you guys don't know. Brandon Starocci's Avalon is closing up shop next week. So there's a bunch of really cool stuff on Kickstarter that's coming. There's stuff that's on there right now. Chris Hayes just launched the Ferryman Valhalla, which is really cool. So go check that one out. So look up the Ferryman. So again, Randy is launching on Thursday. Carissa's launching on Tuesday. There's a whole lot of stuff coming. Yeah. Epic comic battles, like rap battles, Nanette. Yeah, that would be hilarious. But we've all talked about crossovers and like people are what is it Tobias was talking about? Okay, all right. See you later. Tobias was talking about a video game that had crossovers. It was like a Mortal Kombat, but with indie comic characters.
That sounds like that really sounds kind of fun.
Doesn't it?
It does.
So what would your character do? Like, what would be their fighting style and like special power?
I mean, like Natalia is like she's not like Superman, you know?
Yeah, no.
Right? Was like part of a eugenics program, so she's like a little bit stronger and a little bit smarter than the average person. But
right,
you know, she's not going to lift a truck over her head or anything like that. So, you know, she's got her electric wrench, and she'd probably get beat up in that fight. Yeah.
But she's got to have a special skill, like maybe the dog can be her weapon or something.
She does it's kind of coming, you know. When she gets into the water on the planet, the water's got like fungal spores in it, and they get into her body, and they're kind of like a sentient fungal spore. And like I don't want to take too much away.
Right. You could always have the danger chickens be your weapon too.
I mean, I don't want to give too much away.
Gotcha. Don't do it. But like, for example, like my character is just a guy too. You know what I mean? He's not Superman. He doesn't have X-ray vision or lasers. So I was like, he has revolvers, so he can use those and he could brawl, but he's not gonna be able to stand up against like someone who is like an X-Men out of someone's indie comic. Right. And I was like, maybe his special power would be like to whistle and then the undead bear charges through the screen while he cowers in the corner, because that would be funny. But other than that, like how would your character, you know what I mean? I think the wrench would be a good thing. So that could be her weapon. What if she had like a belt where she could push a button and then like fly because anti-gravity? I don't know. I'm making shit up at this point.
She's an expert pilot though. So I mean, and her ship is armed. So there's that.
But that would be cool. Like I'm cool. I'm excited about all the things that the community is working on and coming down the pipeline. And it's fun to do this show because I get to talk to all the people that do that. So
yeah, there are a lot of new projects that are going on. You know, you can scroll through the Kickstarter pre-launches and there's so many.
Right. Well, where can people find you, Randy? So if they want to follow along with you and your art and then follow along with your comic book, obviously we have dropped the link a few times, so everybody should have signed up to follow for your Kickstarter. But like you have Facebook, Twitter. Yeah.
Like my Instagram is probably the most reliable place.
Yeah.
You know? And like that's just like RW_Nunneley at Instagram. I think that's what that is. But I'm building a website right now, but it's not live yet.
That right there?
Don't see it. That's it.
Okay, so that's the Instagram. That's where you are most likely to be found interacting.
Yeah. I'm there all the time. You know, I'm on Facebook a lot.
I'll go grab it. I'll post the link again. Copy. What did it do? Here's the link to the pre-launch for everybody to click on, so you can sign up. It will email you when they push the button to go live. It'll send you an email that says this project is now live. Go back, go support. So you'll know. That's the best way to do it. Right, because we don't know what time, and like maybe you get busy, and right, and it'll remind you.
The link is down there in the description too.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So
in the description, so you can find it. I guarantee. That's why we're doing.
Right, absolutely. So yes, very cool. So there's that. Do you have any other social media, like some Facebook?
Not yet. I mean, I could literally just have Facebook and Instagram. So, people keep yelling at me and telling me that I need to start a Twitter and a Discord and a Twitch and
I know. I started a Twitter too. I suck at it.
No Discord. No Discord.
No Discord.
No, look, they can get right into your computer through Discord, man. Do not.
Yeah.
It's an open back door into your computer. So many hackers, so many people have come to me and like, dude, I got hacked through Discord. I've heard it 100 times. I don't use it,
Yeah, I don't use it much. I mean, I've been on it, but
Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm kind of mad at Instagram right now too, but I'll keep that to myself. That's a personal thing.
Clinton, what do you want? When my character blows a whistle, any zombified monster comes alive, including zombified teddy bear. Well, that's the thing is like, maybe, I don't know. We'll have to work that out. I have other characters that are really cool that we have not met yet in the story that would probably be better fitted for that role. I just think like, Jude and Big James are such big characters. To not have them in the fighting game would be a mistake. Go with Gilded instead of Discord. I haven't heard of Gilded.
I don't know what Gilded is either.
That's what this network is all about. Bringing people to the places where they're safe, where they're protected, where they're not going to get scammed or ripped off. That's, pretty much what this whole thing is about, man. It's like I protect my friends. That's
yeah. There's so many ways to get ripped off out there too.
Yeah.
So many.
And don't worry.
I know.
You're gonna launch, and all these fivers are gonna show up. Like, hello, creator.
Hex is also a creator.
Meet your goal.
Yeah, I get those every day already. And,
Gonna get about 3 times more.
Yeah, and just as an artist, there are so many scams that are aimed and targeted at artists.
Hey, will you draw my kid's pet?
Right? Yeah, I got like $800.
What? What is that?
I don't know. And like, why is it always the same scam?
Now this is that was Hex Allen. He has some stuff of his own, man. That's right there.
Oh,
Muslim Squadron. That's Hex's campaign. Hex's IP. Check it out, man. Look, all these people put out great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. They all do. I mean, I get blown away. Sometimes I'll look at somebody like yours, somebody new that I've never seen before, and I'm blown away. By the fact that I never saw it before because I'm out here all day, every day. Right? So
amazing stuff.
It bugs me when something gets by me. Like I find out it's got 2 days left in the campaign, and this first time
Well, to be fair, like I basically didn't start drawing again until about 1 year ago. So there's a reason why nobody's ever seen my stuff before.
Right.
But I mean, it's awesome.
Glad you're back, man. It looks like you got lots for us to see and enjoy, and we're excited. I'm excited to see you take off. This is gonna be.
I hope so. I hope I get to do this for a long time.
Yeah. Yep.
I hope you do too, because that means I get to talk about it for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just fun to like. I love having people on the show in the beginning and like Pop said, like throughout the campaign, but also throughout our career. So like there's people that I follow that we met like in the beginning when we were nothing, right? And here we are on our stage now, and it's like it'll be fun to have them on the show later and be like, look at all the stuff that you've done. I'm so proud, man. So it's fun.
So.
It's fun.
I hope I get there.
Yeah. Me too, dude. Me too. I still feel like I'm in my infancy of my comic journey as well. So yeah. There's so much ceiling, you never know where you're going to get to or where you're going to stop. It's all very exciting. No, what's Drunk Duck, Nanette? Drunk Duck. Do you know Drunk Duck?
Mm-mm.
Neither do I. You'll have to tell me later. Then I ask questions sometimes. She's like, she has her own specific nerd dump. Do you know Drunk
I gotta
Duck?
see a link. I gotta see a link to Drunk Duck. Okay, drop me a link. I gotta see this.
Well,
I'm gonna
there's
Google that.
Host
now.
People's Comics. There's Webtoons. There's Global Comics. There's a bunch of them. So I don't know. From the 2000s. I can't do it. Are you clicking it, Pops, or am I? There it goes.
If you Google Drunk Duck, you won't be disappointed.
I was like, I'm not sure what would come up from that.
It's, just what you would expect to find that thing.
I'm a little
Pretty
scared.
funny.
I'll click on it later. But thank you, everybody, for coming to the show. Randy, it was wonderful to have you on. I'm really
Yeah, it was a good
excited.
time.
Pops, of course, hanging out and
It's
popping
nice
in.
to meet you, Randy. Seriously, man.
Yeah.
got a good
You
job
too, Pops. It's been great.
We got a lot of shows on the network. Timothy
Mhm.
Fling obviously does a show on the network. Doc does a show on the network. We got a lot of different shows you can be on over the next couple
Yeah,
weeks.
man.
Do it.
Great.
Talk to these
Awesome.
people. Get on their shows, man. I'll try to send you a list of all the shows and the contact information. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
They're not as cool as I am, so
Oh.
just be prepared that,
All right.
they're great. They're wonderful people, but they're not as cool as I am. So.
So, get on their show and be like, you're no Laurie.
Make sure you tell them that especially Doc, when you get on Doc's show, just be like, I heard your show was great, but I don't think you're Laurie. And see what he says. He's not watching anymore, so he doesn't know what's coming.
We get him with that one.
You're right. I'll make sure I tune in for that one from the chat.
Evil laugh here.
Please like and share and retweet and stuff when you see us out here. Drop your links in the chat if you have a wrench. If you don't have a wrench, yell at me. I'll give you one. Drop your links all the time. This is about networking. We want to see your stuff, just like their Texas book, okay? We want to see it. We want to be able to find it and make it easy for us.
Absolutely. And everybody say goodbye to Randy.
All right. Thank you so much again for having me.
Absolutely.
It's been a
And
really
I
good
will
time.
talk to you in a minute, so don't go
All right.
nowhere. Just
Okay.
sit in the back. We're going to play some commercials, and I'll chat with you. Be right back. And everybody, I'm so glad to be back in Texas. I'm glad we're back in one piece. I missed you all last week. I know that the show was recorded. It was a great show, but still, it felt weird being away from all of you. So, but it was nice to see Culture Junkies, Supreme, Nanette, Ken, Chris, Darius, all of you guys. It was great to see everybody while we were in Texas. I mean, in Michigan, and I still get it confused because did you watch my show? I was so confused talking about
I'm
the
still
time.
bummed out that I didn't get up there to see you because
I know. You were like, I was going to surprise you. I was like, oh man, that
I
would
was
have been
going
an
to
awesome
surprise
surprise.
you and Fergal. I was going to pop in there and blow everybody's mind.
And thank you to Fergal for having me out at Gotham Night Comics. He was so hospitable. His shop is really cool.
Nice, Livonia, Michigan. Go check.
Yeah. Such a nice store. And you go in there and you're blown away by how many collectible things that he has that are just awesome. I was like, I have to put my wallet away or I'm going to buy everything. But we had a great time and it's like, even when we weren't busy, we were talking about martial arts and all sorts of cool stuff. So had a great time there, had a great time in Michigan. Loved, seeing all my peeps and my family. And I don't know, we'll have to go back eventually. So I can see more people. I got to hit all the people I didn't see last time.
Yeah, next time I'll make sure I get there.
All right. So that's it. That's the show. Come see us next week. Yeah. I know. Look, Preem went to the store. He had to resist the urge to buy a ton of pops. I don't have the shelf space. He had so many cool things. It was so cool. You just have to go check it out. Gotham Night Comics in Livonia. But next week we're launching Carissa Grant's next one. I just got this one and she's launching again. She ain't stopping. There ain't no stopping that lady.
Coming your way, yo. Number 5 coming your way.
Keep going. Might as well, right? And that's it, guys. I will talk to you all next week. Bye.
Peace. Am I playing a commercial?
I left him there. I'll push the buttons.
Okay. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit CB4K